Hi everyone, welcome to Water Tanks with stewiejp. I'm Stewie. This is a bit of a tidy up of some of the games. The replays that I've got from patch 9.19, which in preparation for patch 9.19.1, if that makes sense. As I'm going through, this first one's been sent to you by Psy91 from Ancal Clan. He's no stranger to this channel. He's running around in his tier 7 German medium tank, the Panther. Panther has 75mm gun, 135 average damage, 150 penetration with standard rounds, 194 with APCR, which is gold rounds. In this encounter battle on Sand River, he's up in the northeast, and that looks like that's where the majority of the enemy tanks are. Looks like he's going to try and ride these ridgeline. Just misses a shot on the SU-152, but he reloads quick enough to get another shot into the back of the tier 7 Russian tank destroyer. In this tier 7 battle, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tier 7s on each side, and Psy is one of them. He's platooned up with his old mate. Results may vary from Cat Clan in the Panther M10. Jeez, that's the premium. Tier 7 German medium tank, which I think when he set with this, that was on special, so maybe results may vary. Might have picked himself up a bargain. I think it was on 20 or 30% off. That's FV4. What's it called? The FV20185. That's a tier 7 premium British medium tank. Cops an absolute hammering and backs off. He's down to getting focused by artillery as well. He's down to 239 health as Psy tries to get a shot on that T20. Doesn't quite land. That one looks a bit better for 143 hit points. One more before he backs off again. It just goes a little bit high. Doesn't look like the most accurate gun in the world. It's been a long time since I've played this tank, but not staying true to the German accuracy. There's that T70. He hits it. Somebody else hits him as well. Got picked up a little bit of assisted damage there. He's up to 545 hit points of damage. His mate results may vary, doing a good job up in the north, keeping the T20 and the something else lit up. There's an OI up there. Interesting place for an OI to go on Sand River, but that's what you get. Now this video is going to feature tier 7, 6 and 5 in this threesome of replays. The tier 7 of course featuring Psy91 in the Panther. The tier 6 game will be one of the German mediums, featuring my old mate Ravi, I think it is, and TimBob at the tier 5 will be running around in that fucking annoying French premium artillery piece. As Psy91 tries to carry this, his team's down 1-3, trying to shoot the OI, trying to shoot frontally. He's got APCR loaded, but all he's really doing is throwing credits away, trying to chip away at the OI. Does get him in that one. He's down to 350 hit points. Shoots him again, takes him down to 213. He bounces a shot from the T20 because he's pretty well angled in the German medium tank, and he finally picks up the kill on the monster of a tank, the OI tier 6 Japanese heavy tank, the one that's fucking enormous. That's the one. 4-3 the score now. Psy91 and his platoon mate, results may vary, both picked up a kill. He shoots and tracks the other OI, and in the end the 59-16 picks up the kill. Doing a great job getting rid of that big Japanese heavy tank. Now they were down by 2 or 3 tanks not so long ago. Now it's 5-3, so they're up by 2. Still a lot of enemy tanks that were last spotted up in this vicinity, up in the northeast part of Sand River. Psy91 just kicks back, trying to find an opportunity. He's got his looks like he's lining up the M4A3E2. He doesn't want to get flanked by that T20, so his platoon mate, results may vary. The Panther M10 picks up the kill on Damn Chickens. That's not a bad in-game name. And now it looks like the M4's focusing on the 59-16. It does take him out of the game, but it allows Psy91 to put a shot into the side of his turret, and then artillery mops up the damage. His platoon mate, you can see he's going straight for that KV2. Maybe the KV2's just fired, so results may vary. Knows he's probably going to be able to get 2 or 3 shots off before the tier 6 Russian derp heavy tank gets a chance to reload. And maybe they're talking on TeamSpeak or Discord or Skype or something like that, and he's Psy91 probably letting his platoon mate know, look, I'll be there in a minute, keep him distracted. Of course, results may vary. Certainly doesn't want to get shot by that KV2, but the KV2 won't be able to turn around and aim at Psy in any hurry. Not before he can get 2 shots off anyway. Looks like he's stunned as well. And the Panther M10 picks up the kill. 8-5's the score. Results may vary on 3 kills. Size on 1. 2,134 hit points of damage. A little bit blocked and a fair bit of assisted damage too. 701. As results may vary, picks up his 4th kill. Both certainly doing their job here on Sand River. Bear in mind they were down by a few tanks not so long ago, and that's why you should never give up, especially when you're down by a few. I've seen it. You see it a lot. As soon as you're down by a couple, people start giving up and writing in the chat GG or we're going to lose, as if there's some kind of reward for predicting the loss as early as you can, rather than digging your heels in and having a red hot go. So 91 still moving forward there. Spotted the artillery, gets a shot into the M44 at tier 6, and his reload should beat him. He does, picks up his 2nd kill, getting rid of the artillery piece. And then he's got to have a look at that T37. 11-7's the score. Fires clutch, but it doesn't land because it doesn't look that accurate. But I can't remember it being that inaccurate when I drove the Panther, but again, it was a hell of a long time ago. So 91 from Ankow moving in on the T37 now. Auto aims. First shot doesn't land, the second shot will. Picks up the ram kill, which is always pretty good to do. And there's that AMX-12 too. That annoying little French thing with the autoloader. And that's what he's trying to aim at now. He's trying to angle his tank so he can bounce some of these shots. But 1 more shot's all he needs. That's his 4th kill. That's 4 kills each on Sand River for Psi 91 from Ankow. And the results may vary. From Cat Clan in the Panther M2. Double tap into the artillery. Psi 91 shoots him. Results may vary, picks up the kill, and this is excellent teamwork by these 2 players in their tier 7 German medium tanks, the Panther and the Panther-M10, which is the premium. 14-7, so as usual, it's a bit of a, everyone just charges towards where the last tank was spotted, trying to get the last little bit of damage. But have a look at the results: 3,484 hit points of damage. That's massive at tier 7. That's not a bad game at tier 10, let alone at tier 7. And there's the VK3001P, just been spotted all the way on the other side of the map. He must have somehow snuck right along this red line as these other tanks were coming in for him through the actual Sand River. The M4A3E2 sitting on the cap, and that's not a bad idea. Just to 30A1P on this is a pretty decent sized map. You could run away from these tanks all day long, and if he's running up, he's probably going up here looking for an artillery kill, or maybe running through the guts. And if that VK finds the Dicker Max, he'll probably kill the Dicker Max. Then the game would go on absolutely forever. Looks like he's being spotted by the Crusader, and of course that Crusader will be feeling a little bit nervous as we just speed the replay up a bit. Psi 91 looking for a shot, just misses the side of the tank. That VK ends up getting the kill on the Crusader SP. Blind shots, I didn't see that shell land. It might have hit him. His in-game damage count is showing 3484. Let's see if it's any higher than that. He continues to move forward, looking for the VK3001P, the tier 6 German medium tank. Just speeding the replay up a bit. Look at that Hellcat. All of a sudden the Hellcat's got taken his brave pills, and he wants to pick up a kill. Hellcat gets shot, but the Hellcat picks up the kill as 3606 for Psi 91 in Ankow Clan, and not a bad result at all. Unsurprisingly, it's an Ace Tanker Mastery badge for Psi 91 from Ankow Clan. It's also a Hand of God, Bruiser, Duelist, Fighter, 5 for Effect medal, the Brothers in Arms for getting at least 3 kills each in the platoon, which they did. They got 4 or 5 kills each. The Confederate medal for hitting more enemy tanks than anybody else. The Steel Wall, didn't think he would have got the Steel Wall, but he did. And a High Caliber for doing the most. And have a look at all those tanks that he spotted, damaged and killed. He had an absolute pearler, 3,606 hit points of damage for his 4 kills. Psi 91 from Ankow Clan, 1477 base experience, 39 shots fired, 31 hit and 25 went through. That was enough for an ace tanker with a little bit of assisted damage, which wouldn't have gone astray. Results may vary, having a ripper as well with 5 kills, 2649 damage done in the Panther M10. He made some credits, even though he only had a standard account. He made a few credits, even though he did fire some APCR rounds, but that's because it was an ace tanker, and he absolutely carried that one. As we move on to our second game in this triple shot, this threesome of Tier 7, 6 and 5. This is the Tier 6 battle. It's my old mate Ravi18 from 1A Arkland in his VK3001P, which is a Tier 6 German medium tank. Lucky enough to be top tier in this battle. There's Tier 5s and Tier 6s. Only 5 Tier 6s on each side in this game, which is the new matchmaking, and Ravi18 will be pretty happy about this. He's flying solo today and he's on Mountain Pass, going round to where all the action seems to happen in the southwest corner. Does get spotted, possibly by that yellowing leopard, who just picked up the kill on the T67, getting rid of a pretty handy tank destroyer. And Ravi did cop one shot from the Panzer 4H. Panzer 4H at Tier 5, just got a shot into the side of his turret, I would imagine, around there somewhere. Ravi looking at getting rid of that pesky little leopard. If that little British thing will get out of the way, he gets one shot into him for 193 hit points of damage. It hasn't got a bad gun on it at all, the VK3001P. 220 average damage for 145 penetration, 194 with APCR rounds. That's pretty handy at Tier 6. Of course, the reload time is not as quick as something like a Cromwell or T37 or other fast-firing Tier 6 tanks, but that alpha is fantastic. And when you're top tier, you can just bully tanks like that. There's a Panzer 4H. Might be the same guy that shot him earlier, and he's taken revenge by giving him 221 damage. Compared to the 110 that he gave him earlier on, that's double the alpha damage. Look, bounces a shot from the KV-85 and puts a shot into the Tier 6 heavy tank. Now you'd imagine his gun will reload first. It does. So he takes another shot, and he's just trying to stay out of the way. It looks like he's not even aiming at him, so it's just another free shot for another 214 hit points into the Russian Tier 6 heavy tank. I remember when Tier 6 skirmishes first started, these KV-85s were absolutely everywhere. It was around about the same time the KV-1S was demoted to Tier 5 and obviously got a little bit of a nerf. And the KV-85s are everywhere, but you just don't see them in skirmishes anymore. Normally it's people are going to go for heavy tanks, they're going to go for OIs. Or if they're smart like I am, get the mighty TOG out. That's what it's good for. Anyway, back to Ravi18. His team are capitulating slightly, but he's doing his best. He's no idea where that shot went. He's already put one shot into the IKV-103. He's just trying to tempt him and distract him. Puts a headshot in and kills him as the Panzer 4H gets killed by the Panzer 4H on Ravi's side. And now all of a sudden it's an even score game. They were down by about 4 tanks not so long ago. And Ravi's picked up a kill. He's picked up 1,419 hit points of damage, which isn't a bad start at all. Now down by 1 as the AMX ELC gets taken out on the other side of the map. You can see on the mini-map on these heavy tanks have pushed the ice road, and it looks like they're going for it, but Ravi wants to get rid of the Stug, which he does. That evens the scoreboard up to 8 apiece. 2 kills for Ravi, 1,500 damage. And he's clearly looking at the mini-map and using his brains here, not just blindly continuing to go in the one direction. Well, that M6 seems to be. That M6 clearly wants to get rid of this KV-1, but there are tanks that they need to contend with coming back down from the ice road up this eastern flank along the edge of the mountain. 9 alls the score, 1,510 damage, 160 blocked, and plus a little bit of assisted. Looks like the M6 has found that KV-1. Doubt Ravi has a shot on him there. No, there's that mound of dirt there in the way. Keeps going back towards the cap. Wants to know where these other tanks are. That was a KV-1S and also an OI. Of course, those OIs can derp people if they, you know what they're like. They've got that big, annoying as fuck derp gun, and that SU-100. And he's going to be in a bit of trouble. He is. 9-11 is the score. Ravi tried to get that SU-100 to come back. The KV-2 looks like he's on his way back. Artillery is getting brave. Enemy artillery, the Hummel, just stunned Ravi. Ravi looking down towards the OI. Does the OI have the gun elevation to be able to shoot him? If he does, it's going to be quite painful. Anyway, Ravi gets a shot for 229 hit points of damage into the OI. He knows that this Panzer 4H probably won't be able to penetrate him frontally, and that OI looking a little bit nervous down there. Enemy Hummel fires and misses towards Ravi. It's 3 versus 6 3 versus 6. Make it 3 versus 5 as the Panzer 4H gets a kill on the KV-1S. Ravi gets the kill on the S35CA, which is a French tank destroyer. Now they're only down by 1 tank. And that OI, they've got the numbers on the OI. They need to do something about this OI. And Ravi just waiting for his teammates to get into position. The Hummel, the enemy Hummel, clearly focusing on Ravi. Ravi shoots, he gets spotted, doesn't quite hit the OI. Can't see where his gun's aimed. KV2 just looking like he's going for a bit of a derpathon. He's in a very interesting position here on Mountain Pass. My old mate Ravi 18 from 1AR Clan. He's on 3 kills, nearly 2,000 damage. He's certainly done his job, but he wants to make sure this turns into a win. One of those derp guns just fired. I'm not sure if it was the Panzer 4H or the OI or the KV2, I should say. And the OI clearly focusing on that Panzer 4H. So Ravi doing the right thing and whittling this OI down. Unfortunately, the KV2 got taken out by the Hellcat, who was also sitting on the cap circle. But now that Hellcat is the only enemy tank in the vicinity. Artillery drops a turd on Ravi's head. His crew's stunned, but he hasn't got the use of his med kit for another 30 seconds. So he just waits for the crew to come good and the tracks to fix. And looking around, peeking around, looking for this Hellcat. You can afford to take maybe 2 shots from the Hellcat. I think 3 would be a little bit of a gamble. And he can't see him on the cap circle. Maybe he's run away down this side. Where has that little prick gone? It was only a few seconds ago that he was rolling over the cap. He's clearly not on this side because the Panzer 4H would see him. Maybe he's gone right back into this corner. I find that very, very interesting if he did. Still down by a tank, 12-13. Ravi's on nearly 2,500 hit points of damage. He's having a rip up with 4 kills. Nobody else has got 4 kills. He's looking for that Hellcat. That Hellcat, of course, Hellcat's not the slowest tank in the game. He could have ran away. I'm not sure if he took much damage. The Panzer 4H and Ravi were both correctly focusing, trying to get rid of that OI as well as the KV2, who was going for their cap. Rolls backwards and forwards, looking for some vision. No idea. That KV1 who was last spotted up here at F2, who killed, I think he killed or definitely helped kill that M6. It's been a long time since anyone's seen that. You would imagine that Ravi and the Panzer 4H would have a better view range than both the Hellcat and the KV1, being heavies and TDs. He hasn't got binoculars or anything like that. They probably might come in handy in a situation like this. The Hellcat could now be anywhere on the map. KV1 who's speeding the replay up as Ravi fucks around over here on these hills, falls down. That's exactly what he meant to do. Wait for his tracks to fix themselves. Just playing this on double speed because it's just a little bit of waiting around. Ravi advises the PZ to stay on that hill, which he does. So the PZ's clearly got vision on the Hellcat. Artillery's looking at the PZ as well. But now Ravi's found those other tanks. Shoots and bounces the KV1. He didn't really need a bounce there. He knows artillery's just fired. I think it's about 20 seconds. I think it's about 20 seconds to reload of the Hummel. Bounces a shot from the KV1, but he puts a shell into him. Puts another shell into the KV1. Takes him down to 22 hit points. If they can get rid of that KV1, it'll be an even ball game again. Just can't see him. So puts a shell into the Hellcat. Was that high explosive for 96? PZ4H puts some damage in. Ravi gets the kill on the Hellcat, and now they can probably safely push on that KV1. He's only on 6 health, so he loads a HE round and picks up the kill on the Tier 5 Russian heavy tank. Artillery just fired and missed, and of course Ravi's on 6 kills. He's given himself a Top Gun. He sent a dynamic platoon invitation to the PZ4H for Brothers in Arms, and so he's basically telling the PZ4H, you take the kill on this artillery piece and we'll both get a Brothers in Arms. Artillery just fires and misses. And he lets him know that he's not going to kill it. He is just going to get it ready for the Panzer 4H. So the Panzer 4H can get his 3rd kill, and then they'll get the Brothers in Arms medal, not the Not the most accurate gun in the world, like looks for the Panzer 4H, but in the end, he gets the job done. Picks up the brothers in arms and had a pretty handy game there on Mountain Pass. Ravi18 from 1AR clan picks himself up an Ace Tanker Mastery badge for that little performance. It looks like my computer might have just... No, here we go. An Ace Tanker Mastery badge for that performance. The Bruiser, Fire for Effect, Brothers in Arms medal, High Caliber, and of course the Top Gun. It's an absolute ripper in the Panzer. The VK30A1P. Sorry, a little bit distracted there as I was trying to get the third and the final game up and ready. 3,166 hit points of damage, 6 kills, 1491 base experience for Ravi18. He fired 24 shots, 20 of them landed, 18 went through, 3,166. Could have got a little bit more damage and possibly even a 7th kill if he wasn't being a team player and letting the PZ4H pick up his 3rd kill so they could both get brothers in arms. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. He didn't have a bad game either. 3 kills, 1369 at tier 5, but Ravi well and truly carried that one. He made nearly 27,000 credits after tax with a premium account in the VK3001P, and an absolute ripper on Mountain Pass. As we move into our 3rd and final replay in this video, this one features my old mate TimBob. TimBob's on board at 1AR. TimBob and Ravi, both very good friends, both used to be in another clan. What university? Southeast Asia, Wuxi clan, and they're on the 1AR bandwagon now. You can see TimBob in the leFH18B2. I'm just going to call it the lef in this replay because I never know what to call this bloody thing. Of course, that's the annoying tier 5 premium artillery piece, the one that seems to shoot every 2 seconds. You can see down the bottom of the screen, I'm not sure if this is intentional or not, he's got no equipment loaded. He's got a small repair kit. He's got nothing else loaded apart from a camouflage net as he aims towards... What's he aiming at? It's a tier 6 battle. He's in a tier 5 artillery. That's not too bad. Aiming towards the 5916. Just misses him. So that's the little tier 6 Chinese light tank. And of course, it doesn't matter if you miss. It's a little bit like a FV304, a little Bertie tank. It just seems to reload really, really quickly. Looks like maybe 6-second reload. Of course, it won't have a high alpha. This one looks handy. Picks up his first kill of the game for 320 hit points of damage. Of course, high explosive rounds, 410 damage if you pen, 53 penetration, 104 penetration with the heat rounds, but only 350 damage. So HE would probably be the goods all the way, I guess. This annoying as fuck little tier 5 premium artillery. Anyway, TimBob from 1AR is looking. He was looking down towards the southeast, but it looks like they've possibly already won that little engagement. He's aiming towards the Hellcat, puts a shot in. No idea if it landed because the Hellcat's no longer spotted. But he sees this KV1. This KV1. This is what artillery drivers love. A big, slow, heavy tank, just sitting in the open. No cover, nothing at all, stopping artillery dropping turds on his head. Of course, there's 3 artillery on each side. TimBob in the annoying little French thing. SU5 at tier 4. I think that might be an artillery as well. What's the other one? The SU85. No, that's not an artillery. Oh, the M44 at tier 6. I didn't even look up. 4-2's the score, and you can see a tree go down, so it does the right thing. It wouldn't be unusual if you're in a heavy tank and you're getting turds dropped on your heads by artillery. Well, you tend to back up. That's especially if you're in a really shit position like that one. 6-3's the score. TimBob is on 410 damage that we know about. We don't know how many of those blind shots hit. Of course, with a 5 or 6 second reload on the tier 5 premium French artillery. 5 or 6 second reload, you can afford to take blind shots all day long. You'd love to get the kill on the KV1 though on 41 hit points. Here it comes. There you go. Kill number 2 for TimBob from 1AR clan. 7-6 is the score. Couple of tanks went down on the other side of the map. The OI Experimental and the Type 64, the tier 6 premium Chinese light tank. And of course, you can see there was a STRV M42 camping at the back. The tier 5 Swedish medium tank is aiming. You can see on the mini map, you can see he's aiming where he was last spotted. So, you know, as I said, with a 5 or 6 second reload, why not throw a few blind shots towards where he was last seen? Clearly, one of the other artilleries is doing the same. As you can see, the other artillery shells going in. There's a PZ38NA, a little tier 4 German light tank, and look, that's not a bad arc. He's shooting straight above. Bang, go. No, yep, maybe. Will he get him? Not quite. Looks in the Valentine trying to give him some vision around there, but you know, when you see low tier like tier 4 and below gameplay, you know, sometimes you just never know. That PZ38 could be anywhere now. He could have run right away down here. The T28 cops it from the enemy M44. TimBob is on 2 kills, at least 450 damage. Of course, the damage done doesn't come up in the damage counter in the bottom left-hand side of the screen when they're not spotted. Assisted damage seems to, though, so I'm not sure. I don't know what the go is there. Quick mouthful of coffee. Don't want it to go cold. There's that PZ again. Oh, he nearly backed into it. And he looks like he's just out of his view range, but the looks picks up the kill on that occasion. 8-7 to score now. 8-7 on Arctic region. There's the Wolverine. He was actually looking for the heads up, I reckon. There you go. Open top tank destroyer with little or no armour. Only gets him for 67. Looks like the shell hit the side of the vehicle rather than the open turret. And look, everyone's just unloading on that Wolverine. TimBob picks up his 3rd kill, takes the lead again, score back up to 9-8, and now he's looking at that little PZ3J, not the Panzer 2J, it's the tier 4 standard tank, medium German Panzer 3J. The shot was just a little bit long. He guessed that the Panzer 3J would keep driving forward. Puts another blind shot in because it looked like, well, it certainly went where he aimed. 9-8's the score. Not sure what these guys are doing. I'm not sure if they're low health or what. Let's go back and have a look. KV1, well, he's on nearly 300. The SU, where's the SU? Back here. Oh, the SU, I understand why the SU doesn't want to be the first one. I can't even see that SU. Should be right in the middle of the screen. There's the KV1. The SU should be down here somewhere. A bug in the replay system there. Can't see where it was. But anyway, TimBob. Back to TimBob. He's on 3 kills. He's on at least 624 hit points. And he's looking at that SZSFLIVB. In other words, he's looking at the tier 4 German self-propelled gun as he looks to aim. Again, down to where that Stritzwagen M42 was. The score's 10-8. That artillery gets taken out by the looks. And you can see the other two artilleries were both last spotted down here, but it's out of TimBob's shooting range. Looks like the looks in the Valentine's not going on the crazy arty run that light tanks seem to enjoy doing. Looks like they're going for the Hetzer possibly. TimBob shoots and misses the STRV. That STRV gets the kill on the SU-85. That's a tank that we couldn't see earlier on. It was tucked right up against that little mound. KV1 needs to come to the party here, but KV1 only on 124 hit points. Shoots, just misses that STRV, and of course that Hetzer has just been spotted. That Hetzer's just been spotted up here, but he's still managed to land a shot on the STRV M42 because he won't get another chance. Fires blindly anyway because why not, right? Anyway, there's the Hetzer. The Hetzer looks like he's coming straight for the cap, so he needs to put his attention on there. And he one-shots, headshots the tier 4 German tank destroyer. You'd think he would have been spotted there, the fact that an SPG could spot a Hetzer from that range. There are 2 enemy artilleries left. The leFH18B2, the TimBob's opposite on the other side, if you like. We know he won't have the range to get him because TimBob didn't have the range to get him and they're driving the same tank. Valentine does the right thing. The Valentine's on 2 kills. He's having a pretty good game. TimBob is on nearly 1,000 hit points. That we've seen. And that STRV M42 on reasonably low health. But the STRV M42 would probably know that the Valentine's here. If he's got his thinking cap on, he'll know the Valentine's there because the Valentine picked up the kill of one of the artilleries. So the STRV would possibly know that he would have a clear run to the M44 and TimBob in his annoying little French tier 5 fucker. But so he might go on an arty run. That's what I possibly would do. You'd think, oh, that M44, by the time we get back, the M44 will be gone with that Valentine. But he could, but maybe he's gone back. Maybe he's gone back to try and help. It looks like he has. And of course, TimBob needs to try and help his little mate out. There's the Stritzwagen. He's on pretty low health. He wants this shot to land. He's probably going to disappear soon. Crew's been stunned. He's fired. Will he hit? Unlucky. No, he didn't hit him. So now it's a Stritzwagen at tier 5. STRV M42 tier 5. Swedish medium tank. And that M44. Has that M44 been moving between shots? TimBob, I don't know, I'd be very tempted to blind fire that position next to the rock where the M44 was last spotted, just in case he hasn't been moving. M44 at tier 6. What's artillery view range? Who bloody knows? A tier 5 premium French SPG, would he be able to spot the M44 before the M44 spots him? I wouldn't imagine he'd be able to spot the Stritzwagen M42. Looks like there's the M42 up there, and unlucky for the M44. Somebody mentioned in the chat, stick together, and I think that's what the KV1 said. He said stick. I think that's what he meant. Stick together. If they were together and both got spotted by the STRV, well, the STRV can only kill one of them. So TimBob is going to speed this one up a bit. There you go. He's just spotted the M44. Tells me he probably hasn't got 6 sense. It's tier 5. He auto aims. The M44 is still moving, so the M44 is going to be very, very inaccurate because he's still moving. He's still moving. Is he going to go for the ram? TimBob will be reloaded very shortly. There you go. TimBob picks up his 5th kill, getting rid of tier 6 American artillery. As he keeps moving forward towards the cap. Is he going to cap this one out? Maybe he will. He's on 5 kills. He'd love to get a top gun. He knows that STRV M42 is on very low health. I would say about 40 hit points, the tier 5 Swedish medium tank. No, there he... Just speeding this up a bit because there's a little bit of a run around. So the STRV is probably doing the right thing. He's forcing TimBob to come back to him by being the first one to get on the cap. So TimBob, without a choice, 45 seconds left before it. I'll put it back to normal speed. 28 seconds left before the STRV caps out. Now the STRV on very low health would be very, very tempted to go for the cap. 18 seconds, 17, 16. TimBob has finally seen him. He's auto-aimed. Turn the auto-aim off. Now that STRV has left the cap. That's pretty accurate. There it is! Top gun for TimBob. Thrills and spills. That's the message he actually sent me when he sent me this replay. He said, this one's not an ace, but there's a few thrills and spills on Arctic region. The leFH. TimBob in the annoying tier 5 artillery piece. The French premium. It's a first class. It's not an ace, but it's a first class. A bruiser and a top gun. He well and truly smashed it. To be fair, the OI experimental did 1400 damage. That's no mean feat, but TimBob 1215 damage, 6 kills, 1022 base experience. Got some spotting damage as well. And he made plenty of credits. I'm tipping there was some premium ammo fired because I know he ran out of standard ammo. But a very interesting game on Arctic region. So there you go, folks. I hope you enjoyed this threesome extravaganza tier 7, 6 and 5. The Panther featuring Psi 91. Thank you very much for the replay. Ravi in his German tier 6 medium tank, and my old mate TimBob from 1AR clan in the annoying French tier 5 artillery piece. Thanks for the replays, lads. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'm stewiejp. You're not. Take care and see you all next time.